What's up, party people? It's your favorite couple back again with another episode of your favorite podcast.
We still do. So before we get started with this week's episode, we're going to get caught up from what's new with us from the last couple weeks.
Let's do it.
So this happened.
So this happened. So this happened. So this happened.
Well, what happened?
All right. So since the last episode, what's happened with us is we have officially
New merch.
put out some merch. This is our second design for our shirts. The first design, for those of you guys who follow us on Instagram, seen it. It's just our logo. That's our basic tee. So if you have anything that you like, if you have a color scheme that you like, let us know. Like I said before, we want to make it, it's a movement. So it's not just, something that we're doing for fun. The We Still Do movement is something that we want to push. So you got anything to add to that?
Nope. Just what I kind of want to start doing is putting our Instagram handle at the beginning of our episodes instead of at the end. So if you guys don't follow us on Instagram, follow us at we_still_D0. And also, if you just happen to come across this video and you don't subscribe, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also make sure your notifications are on so that you guys are notified every time we upload a new video.
All right. So today we're talking about our kids. I'm going to let you go ahead and kick it off, though. Go ahead.
Okay. So, yeah, we don't talk about our kids that much. I know you guys know that we have kids. We have 3 children together. And then Deontay has a son. So there's 4 total. And since we've been on this quarantine for the past month, we've had all 4 of the children together, which is a blessing because they get to spend time with each other. They don't have school, or they don't, so they 24/7 are getting to spend quality time with each other, which I think is great. But I'm starting to notice just like how they are.
Yeah, how they
because
really
they're
are.
here all the time. Like, they're here all the time, and I work from home, so I'm with them all the time. And I just start to notice like differences in their personalities, and like how they are like changing a little bit and growing and developing. So I guess, yeah, we'll go down the line. All right, so our youngest is 5, and he is going to be starting school in the fall. So he doesn't have a full concept of real time and real life yet. He still thinks that everything kind of revolves around him and based off of his time clock. But what I have been doing with him recently, since I feel like I'm like a homeschooling mom now, is I've been having him practice like his letters. Well, I'm not going to say we, because Deontay helps me too. Have been having him practice his letters and his numbers and
Writing his name. First and last name, actually.
He's been doing like ABC Mouse and just stuff to get the intellectual part of his brain working, because he's really good with like technical things. Like anything that's like hands-on, whether it's like sports or a video game or anything with electronic, he just like, picks it up so fast. So I want to start activating more of like the intellectual side, and he's super smart. But just trying to like get him on a schedule of like, okay, this is playtime, and then this is, school time, and this is when we have our snack, and this is when we have our lunch, because he's just all over the place. And whenever he feels like, oh, I'm hungry right now, I want a snack, he'll have 20 snacks without actually eating a meal. So that's been the update with Denzel. He's just a character.
Now, are you going to
Keeps
do
me on
all
my
of them
toes.
because you're here with them all day, or you want me to?
No, you can.
I mean, I'll for me, what I'll say, from what I've noticed about the kids, being home more, and which I do spend a lot of time with them anyway, but it's kind of the same for me because of work. But they're here in the morning, they're here when I get here, so spending time with them when I get home, because I know that they didn't actually go to school to play with their friends, so I try to do things. But I'm noticing
he's like the PE teacher.
Yeah, I'm the PE teacher. But I notice, like, they just, I don't even know how to put it. It's not a bad thing to say about my own kids, but they do weird stuff sometimes. I'm like, stop being a weirdo. Like, what are you doing right now? Like, stop. What is that?
They do weird stuff.
They do weird
all
stuff
the time.
Just,
Not sometimes.
It's like I'm noticing it more now. Like,
yeah, because they're
what
here.
Is that? Yeah. Damari is 9, and with him, it's actually been a little bit of everything. So, obviously, you guys know I do sports training, and I'm his coach for a lot of the things that he does. So, we've been working a little bit on that. So, he's been determined to be able to just dribble between his legs over and over again. So, we're outside practicing that. We're racing. We're doing all kinds of stuff. But I'm noticing that he's just starting to be a little more like aggressive, which is what I want. But he's just being aggressive with his siblings. Like, you're supposed to do that in sports. So I'm hoping that once sports opens up again, that he'll be able to carry that over, because I'm starting to see his personality is opening up more. He's a little more aggressive. He's not letting just any and everything happen to him. But that's really, he's still the quiet kid.
Yeah, he's definitely the more passive out of all the kids. But I think even like his last basketball season, you started to see a little bit more of his aggression come out.
He started getting that,
and
that
so
mean
he's
face.
he's getting a little bit more physical, and I don't want to say aggressive in like a crazy way, but I think he's getting more of that competitive edge.
Yeah, because I've
comes
been
to sports,
talking to him more and more about when people ask you questions, like, don't be afraid to be confident. Like, people say, like, are you good in basketball, or you got handles, you got a shot, and he'd be like, yeah, I guess. And I'm like, no, you tell him, yeah, I got a shot. Like, it's wet, even if it ain't. They don't know. So now he's starting to take on that, like, when
more
I tell
like
him
trash talk and stuff too.
Like, you talk trash, like, if somebody asks you, 'cause, my own family members will ask him, like, are you any good? Yeah. No, that's not how we do things. Like, somebody asks you, are you good? Yeah, I'm good. You want to see? So it's starting to take hold of him, and now he's starting to want to practice everything just so he can see how good he is and get better at it. So that's kind of the benefit in having this off time, because we got more time to actually do things like that. So I'm knowing when this next season kick off and we finally can get out there, these other kids gonna be in trouble.
I think that Denzel and Damari are like opposite. Like, when it comes to that, like, Damari, like, he shows an interest in, I won't say shows an interest in, but like school and stuff like that comes natural to him. Like, he's a smarty pants. He, school stuff, he just, he gets it done. He knocks it out. I be having to tell him to slow down on some of his stuff. I'm like, that's for tomorrow. So this is for today. And then, with Denzel, it's like, Denzel, you got to sit down. You got to do this work. Then you can, go play with your ball, or go, and then with Damari, he's still, he's interested in sports. He loves sports, but it comes natural to him. But I think him wanting to work on it more, he doesn't have, like I said, that competitive drive. He wants to do it like more for fun. Where Denzel, he has that natural competitive drive to where he's like, trash talking. Well, he's 5, and he, wants to be good at everything.
he
Gets
automatically
mad when he
thinks he's the
loses.
best.
Like he, I think he has more of that like competitive edge already in him, and Damari is starting to develop more of that.
Well, yeah, Damari didn't have a
But
brother.
older, yeah.
So
That's
he's
true.
dealing. It was all new to him. For Denzel,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
true. He want to be better than
he
Damari.
want to be better than Damari. So he don't like to lose. He don't want to hear that I won. So when Damari beats him and stuff and race into the car or whatever, Denzel swear up and down, "No, I won." Yeah, or you cheated. And
Yeah.
so, like today, that just reminded me of a little story today when we were at Mom's. They were playing tackle. Denzel is standing up and Damari's on his knees, and they're playing football. And Denzel is trying not to go down, so Damari wraps his leg around him and tackles him. And he was like, "Daddy, can he do this?" And I was like, "No, Damari, that's tripping. See, you cheating. You cheating. That's foul." That's exactly what he said. That's foul. I was like, wow. He was really going in. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like don't cheat me
Denzel.
out. If you gonna win the right way. So yeah, Damari never really had that person to battle. It was just me and him. So Denzel is getting the better end of it because he can compete with somebody older than him.
Yeah.
But Damari's just gonna make him great because I'm gonna push him, and then he turns around and does it to Denzel. So it's a full circle. Comes back around.
Davion, my mother, she's the only girl.
She's the weirdest.
So don't call my daughter
I
weird.
love her. That's my only child. My only girl. I was gonna say my only child. My only girl.
She's not the weirdest. She is her own person. Period. She's her own person.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Davion she's in 6th grade now. So she's in that weird, she's in that weird tween phase where she's like still a little girl, but then she wants to be teeny sometimes.
For TikTok.
For TikTok or for, but she's still a little girl. She's still interested in, little girl stuff, which I love. I enjoy it. I'm like, stay little forever. You can play with your dolls all day. But we're trying to get her more involved in physical things. She doesn't want to do anything physical, which, you know what? She is getting better too.
Yeah, she is.
This quarantine is low-key blessing in disguise because Davion is starting to get more physical and to actually like want to go out and like play catch
yeah. Shoot the
or
basketball.
even when she was running, I'm like,
we were racing.
you're racing, Davion. Like she usually doesn't do stuff like that, but I think that because she's like, I'm running out of stuff to do, let me do this. And then she's seeing that she actually enjoys it and has fun doing it. So she wants to like do more outdoor activities. But as far as Davion with her like academics and stuff like that, I mean, she thrives in it. She, she's smart. She's one of those kids though that school comes easy to her. So if you don't challenge her, she'll get lazy and she'll be like bored with the work. So I really like the fact that she's still able to like talk to her teachers and like do FaceTime with them because she's like still interacting with them. And I think she still feels that level of accountability. She's that student that if you like give her a packet of work to do, she's gonna wait till the end to do it because she knows she can just get it done and rush through it. So I'm glad that she still has that interaction with her teachers because she's just, she's smart and she doesn't. If you don't challenge her, she's not gonna.
Yeah.
Like she's not gonna challenge herself.
This quarantine is a blessing because before she was the prissiest of the prissy.
Well,
like
she's still prissy. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, but like you said, now she's out there because we had her signed up to play softball. She did not want to do it, but I went and bought her a glove, bought her a softball and everything, and a bat, and we never really got a chance to put it to use. But we've been putting it to use. I got some stuff to teach them how to hit, and she been out there doing it and not complaining. And then playing catch, they've been out there playing catch by themselves. So without me saying like, let's go play catch, like I just be like, let's go out in the front. We're gonna go out in the front, and they grab whatever they want to do. It goes from scooters to playing catch with the softball, the baseball, to throwing the football, to shooting the basketball, playing horse. So I can't complain at all. Like, you know, I don't want her to be a tomboy, but I don't want her to be
Lazy.
just completely, just non-athletic in any kind of way. Like, you should be able to do something. You know, at least be able to run. Oh, goodness gracious.
I know. I was so surprised when she was running. I'm like,
Yeah.
Davion hates running. But she was actually racing.
And she won.
So,
She won one and then lost one, right? I won all the races, so we don't need to talk about that. I still got it.
moving on.
Little Deontay, my oldest son, he's been up here for the whole month since we've been in quarantine, and it's actually been really good for me. It was this I won't say I never knew, but like this visitation of him being up here through this quarantine was kind of like an eye-opener on I need to take him under my wing more and teach him how to do some you know, not just manly things, but you know,
like
guiding him towards teach him, because you know the way it is up here with Denzel and Damari, you know, like they're always here, so we're always doing stuff. So when I come home from work, it's like, you know, whatever we do. But when he's here, I just got to be more intentional. Like, all right, let's go. We're gonna go outside. You know, with them, I don't necessarily have to do that, but for him, I do, because at the age he's at now, he's 14, 8th grade, going to the 9th grade. So he's getting to that young man stage where, you know, he needs to be guided down the right path of a young man. So I've been having him work out because he runs track. So while he's up here, like, you know, at least twice a week, go out in that garage, and you know, when you go out there, I'll have him work out with you. Like, we're gonna do this, because you know, I know he's not doing it at home. So we go out there. The first time he was a little like shell shocked, like, what? Like, yeah, we're finna lift these weights, finna do these squats, finna bench press, all of this. So he was sore, obviously, but you know, it paid off, and I can see in his face in the beginning, like I don't want to do this. Like, you was expecting to just sit around as a 14-year-old and do nothing. Like, no, we're finna work. But he get out there and he get into it, and then, you know, ends up staying outside. Like, after the workout is done, you don't go back inside, you stay outside. So you know, we've been outside playing basketball, playing horse, playing catch with the baseball, and then, like I was saying, we raced because he does run track. So it just dawned on me, like, I've seen you running and you fast. So I'm like, you want to race me? And I think at that moment he kind of like lit up, like, I was thinking about running. That's what he said. Like, I was thinking about running. I'm like, all right, let's race then. And you know, I ain't gonna sit here in front. Like, I thought that it was a chance I might lose. I was just like, you know, let me see where he at.
He's fast.
He is fast. So we know where he get that from. But he couldn't beat me, though. At 35, I still got it. And when we raced the short distance, it was close. But I was really striding, not going hard. But then when we did that long distance, it wasn't close. It wasn't close.
No, it wasn't.
But yeah, with him, it's just been, I won't say a learning process, because, you know, I have sons, but I haven't had him at this age around.
I would say it's a learning process.
It kind of is, because
I mean, you've never had a 14-year-old son, so it is a learning process.
So it's like, it's definitely an eye opener, because dealing with Damari and Denzel, it's totally different. Yeah, these are teenagers, so you know, we have to have talks, and I have to pull them aside, and we have to have some little talks and stuff like that, and you know, let them know you got to be the example, like, you the big brother. So it starts with you, and it goes down. Like, I don't care what happens, you're the oldest, so you're responsible. But I mean, it's, and all in all, it's been a blessing to, you know, be able to have him up here for, you know, this amount of time, even though we're locked down and whatever, it's just that much more of a blessing because it's like nobody is sitting here like, can we go here or can we go there? They kind of
Right.
know now we can't go nowhere, but out in the front yard, that's it. So you know, we make
but
the best
I
of
feel
it.
like that, yeah, and they look forward to that.
Yeah,
They look forward to it. Like, honestly, I think that our kids, for the most part, I feel like they enjoy being in quarantine, aside from the fact that they can't see their cousins and stuff as much. But I think they enjoy it because we're kind of forced to spend more time with them.
Yeah,
And they
sounds
like
bad,
that.
but it's not bad.
It's
It's
not
not
bad, but it's like when you are an adult and you're adulting all the time,
yeah, you got.
you don't take the time to sit down with your kids as often as you should. But now it's like, okay, we are in this position where we have more time than we usually would, even though we're still working full time. It's like we still have time.
Yeah.
We still have time, so we can, like, you know, play games with them more, or do our outside time, or talk to them more, watch movies with them. Like, we just have more quality time with our kids. And I think that, you know, it sucks that we're forced to be into it, but it's also a blessing that we, you know, we have this time with our kids, because they grow up so fast. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
it's-
I realized
it's
that
just
with
crazy.
little Deontay because
yeah,
he's already 14. Like, seemed like he was just Davion's age.
yep,
Got a deep voice now and everything. I'm like,
yep.
do I need to just go ahead and just wrestle with him one good time, just so he know like this ain't gonna happen? Like, you know, he's standing tall and everything.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's been a blessing. So
yeah, it has. It really has. So, that's really what we wanted to share with you guys. Just really more quarantine life, and how we're taking advantage of it, how we're really being able to, like, focus more on our children, which I'm sure everybody is doing at this time, and really trying to find the positive in this crazy situation that, you know, we've kind of been forced into. I know for me and Deontay, we're just trying to find the blessing in every little thing, because you know, you put your focus and your energy into what you're focusing on. So if we're always focused on, like, dang, stuck in this house, it sucks, can't do this, can't do that, I'm bored, our time is gonna suck. You know, it's gonna, our days are gonna be super long, you know, our weeks are gonna be long, we're gonna be miserable, we're gonna, you know, get irritated with each other. But we find the blessing in every situation, and I feel like this time that we've been in, like, there's been a lot of, like, growth and changes in our life.
Yeah.
In this time that we've been in, and I think that it has to do with our perspective and how we've been able to really find joy and find, you know, blessings and peace in all this that's going on around us, and not getting caught up so much in the chaos and the, you know, the fear that a lot of people are, you know, wrapping themselves around. A lot of fear. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. You got anything to add, Deontay?
No.
Nope. All right.
I'm Deontay.
And I'm Maymuna.
And
we still do. It's a fail.
And you. My arms are long.